just finished a lesson with my beginner student. He's learning fingerstyle guitar, and he's learned some chords: E minor, C, G, A minor, D. So we're kind of looking at learning things related to the key of C or G at the moment. So let's do something with these beginner open chords: E minor, C, A minor, D, and G. Maybe there'll be a little walk down G to E minor, for example. Let's just make this up as we go along. So a simple little groove there, kind of revolving around the A minor and E minor chords. A couple of things to note here, as it's quite common in how I play that percussive slap. This works particularly well on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. For want of someone with a better knowledge of how to play the drums, or any knowledge, then accenting those beats works very well. So there, like with the A minor, the other thing I was doing is kind of taking it beyond just playing those simple open chords, is kind of not quite necessarily hammer-ons and pull-offs, but lifting off. So like here with A minor, so you know, if you lift off your index finger of an A minor, then it becomes an A sus2. An A minor 7, and a variation of that. And you can do this very well with lifting off one of the fingers, particularly with kind of hammer-ons and pull-offs at E minor as well. Which works pretty well. Of course you can do those C. And whilst I wasn't doing it in that little jam, G works very well. Now normally we tend to learn, let's say, a 3-fingered G with your middle on the low E on the 3rd fret, your index on the 2nd fret, the A string, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the high E. This is perfectly fine, and a lot of people still play it like this. Very nice alternative for the G, if you play it like this, with here leaving your index free and your middle finger on the A string and your pinky on the high E, then it gives you the opportunity to play that C note on the B string 1st fret. Kind of alternating between that. And also you can go to a G7, which is with the high E fretted on the 1st fret, so it's an F note, it's the 7th. which works well. And if you're going between, say, G7 and a C, that's quite an easy move. Your fingers are largely staying in the same shape, as opposed to like G, like that, to a C, which is a completely different shift in movement and shape. It's like there in that part of the Neil Young song, Only Love Can Break Your Heart, starts on a G7, then to a C. And there from the G to the G7 is quite an easy move. Two of your fingers stay in place. So from little adjustments to these simple open chords like C, A minor, E minor, G, D, lifting off, adding down fingers, making them sus2 or sus4 or sevenths or minor sevenths, works really well. If you can do that when you're strumming, it adds a lot more variety to your play. Add in a little percussive playing, and it takes it much beyond that beginner level of just pretty simple strumming. Anyway. Right, that's it for today.